All right. Hi there, baby. Well, good morning. Let's get you some food. There you go, darling. All right. Okay. Ready, Chungus? Let's go. Ugh. Come on. Oh. Good morning, chickens. How you doing? Oh, I'm not awake yet. Excuse me. I'm gonna leave that open actually. So it's the weekend. Don't have to keep you cooped up for a couple hours in the morning. All right. Everybody sleep all right. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, almost there. Almost there. All right. There you go. And you. And you. Well, we got 3 chicks that are fully outside the shell now. Looks like we got 2 blues and a black so far. And they are tiny, fluffy, and peepee. Maybe if there are folks still tuned in a little bit, we'll go visit them before we end the stream. Need to get the eggs. Obviously, neglected them the past couple days just because being busy and such. And there are 3, maybe 4 other eggs that have breached. So looks like by the end of the day we'll have maybe 7 chicks haven't hatched. That'll be great. And then I think there's... I want to say my wife said put 20 eggs to incubate. So we're about halfway there, if that's the case. We can give a count. Like I said, if there's still folks tuned in, when I'm wrapped up with feeding, we'll go visit the baby chicks and see how they're doing. Oh goodness, got 19 people. Hello, how y'all doing? Hope everything is good. The way I have my camera mounted, I can read the chat. May get a little distracted here and there, but if you want to ask questions, say stuff, you're welcome to. Good morning, everybody. Good. Yes, Kramer. Do you need to attack the boot? Yep. Oh! Jared's going at it too. Oh gosh. See, what's crazy? See them big old chickens out there? See that big old beautiful rooster? He's a sweetheart. He has never once, neither has any of his grandparents, attacked a human. Never once. These little fluffy abominations have attitude of a chihuahua. It's going well. What's that? For Bangladesh. I am from Memphis, Tennessee, in the United States. Oh wait, what am I doing? I forgot. I got around our... so this one has been knocking that over. So I added the little bin on there. So it's too heavy for them to think. So I've been used to just dumping food in there for them to scratch at, since that seems to be what they want to do. But oh my goodness, Jareth, what has gotten into you? What has gotten into you? All right. Well, hello everybody. We got what's that? Shy? Hello. Yeah. Well, I guess while I'm over here with the chickens, anybody got any questions about the chickens? Like, answer them there, or we're gonna mosey on down to the goats in a minute. Looks like everybody's good and settled. Okay, and we're gonna leave the gate open. So usually I have to go to work out of the house for a couple hours in the morning. So since everybody's usually still asleep, my wife doesn't work till later and she works from home. We keep that pen shut. So they get that for a few hours. But when I get home, usually around 10 or 11, I open that up and they get to roam all of this. Okay? It's morning in the United States, yes. It is 8:30 here Central Time. I usually am up at 6, but on the weekends I don't set an alarm. But this morning my wife decided to kick me out and tell me to go take care of the animals early. So I was like, all right, fine. So I got to sleep in a little bit. Hello, Chungus. How are you doing? This is Maximus. Hi, buddy. Yeah. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a crazy dog. What a crazy dog. Oh my goodness. Sorry for all the camera thing around. Hope you don't get motion sickness. Well, hello to y'all in Mumbai. So, hope you're having a nice evening. So here's our pond. We've had the little fountain there, the filter, for a little over a month now, I think. There's some videos, some shorts of me setting it up. And the water pressure has gone down a little bit, so it's probably about time that I take the kayak out there and clean out the filter a little bit so that it goes a little more. And we're supposed to get some rain later today. I mean, it doesn't look like it, obviously, right now, but this afternoon it's supposed to be pouring thunderstorms. Actually, it looks like it's lined up for thunderstorms for the next couple days. We'll see if that actually happens. But I was able to mow a few weeks back after a whole bunch of rain, so it's a little thick out here. By seeing your live, it feels more like it's a movie. Cool. Yeah, I think the shake is probably going to be worse on the camera because of the mount that I have. Just because I don't think it does auto stabilization when it's on live. The camera, when I'm filming, usually has an auto stabilization, so it's not as shaky. So these are elderberries. They're not ripe yet, but all these clusters will soon be ripened with some shiny blackberries. And we're going to be harvesting them. My wife likes to make elderberry jam, but I think she's decided to be a little more creative this year since we're going to have so many. We may even offer to let folks come and pick their own. Now this fence is around it. Max saw something. This fence is around it because the goats love to eat elderberry. And they're not supposed to. It will upset their stomach. If they have too much of it, it can make them sick. But we could not keep them away from this bush when we would let them roam out here during when we would be out here, because we don't let them roam out here unsupervised. But they would just run in here and just get at it. So we put the fence up, which we hated to do because the chickens really loved to take shelter in there. Now, obviously, there are other places for the chickens to take shelter, but this is all me. Everything you can see is ours. We've got 5 acres. We'll take a walk down the hollow here in just a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit more. Y'all probably won't ever really see the front yard except for videos about the garden up there on the left up there. The shop is ours, but where that pepper vine growing on this fence right here is, over there is a neighborhood. And then across the other side, there's another family plot about like ours. And then over there, there's kind of an abandoned family plot. It's got a old rundown house that hadn't been in there. And then where the tree line is, that's where our property ends. Now, there's 13 acres of woods going that way. And I know the guy who owns it. And while he wants to sell about 8 of it on the other side to someone to build a house at some point, he wants to sell us this 5 acres. So just 5 acres of woods, which I am really, really excited about. Hopefully we can do that in the next year or so. But he's really excited to sell to us because we don't want to develop it. Like, all we want to do is leave it woods, okay? So the only thing I'm going to do is maybe make some trails, maybe pick a little spot in there and kind of flatten it out a little bit to do like a little campsite so we can hike out there. My son and I can go camping or whatever. But otherwise, I just want to have my own little woods with some trails and stuff like that. So 5 acres here, and then 5 acres back there, hopefully. I mean, we've got permission to go back there whenever we want, but it's not technically ours yet. Okay, amazing. I think it's the village part of your city. Oh yeah, we're up on the northwestern corner of the city. We are barely considered technically still Memphis. So this is the goat's secondary pen. So I've had a couple comments recently about the goats and where they get to go. So like I said, we'll give them about a supervised hour or 2 or 3 if we can spare it, to walk around the whole property and let them eat whatever they want to their heart's content, except for elderberry. This is a pen I fenced in recently in order for them to kind of roam around in when we're outside, but we can't be with them. So they can eat all the pepper vine. There's poison ivy and Virginia creeper, which they can eat with no ill effects. They love it over there. And just gives them a little extra room. Yeah, I hear you, Boots. I hear you, Boots. I'm a-coming. All right, this is where it's probably gonna get real shaky. Okay. What's up, baby goots? Oh, yeah? Morning, Chub. Chub likes to sit here right by the door so she can be the first one out. And it makes it hard to open the door. Hello, baby. Oh, get that belly. I wish I could turn the auto rotate off. Wait, I bet that's on my phone settings. Let me see if I can turn that auto rotate off. Because I don't know if it affects y'all or not, but it shows on the screen like, oh, you must do this to rotate. Oh, hey there, baby. Well, but no, it's still doing it even though I turned auto rotate off. How you doing, Boots? Oh, goodness. All right, you ready for breakfast? Oh, let's see. Cool, amazing. Which part of your city? It was when you're seeing this as a yard. My eyes, I see it as a football field. I wish my friends and I had felt like they were playing football. Good morning to the goats. Yeah, hey Bonefeather. I mean, yeah. This is such a okay. So I guess that got damp, and they don't eat it once it goes damp. I got you, baby. Yeah, I mean, I grew up with grandparents having places like this in Kentucky and in Alabama, and great-grandparents. I got to meet all but one of my great-grandparents, actually. And so I grew up seeing this, but I grew up in, like, rural towns, like, very small towns. And, but still just, like, regular neighborhoods and sized yards. We had a couple of them that had some longer yards, I guess, but nothing like this. But I've wanted something like this since I pretty much got out on my own. I mean, I enjoy the city. I do love the city, which is why I'm glad we're still so close to the city. I figured I'd walk around the goat's pen just to let people see that this is a rather large enclosure over here. But I always wanted to have a place like this, and my wife and I have been together over 9 years now, and we've been able to finally make it work. So this is our 4th year. We bought the house in December of 2022, and so we are still very much in the process of restoring a bunch of things, cleaning up a bunch of trash. You know, eventually you can tell that roof, like so much of that needs to be redone. I'll show you the beam in there that we got to redo at some point. Do you think people should do in life what they want or what they like to do? But in Bangladesh, we are forced to only do 2 passions, engineer and doctor. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I think engineers and doctors are definitely needed, and they're incredibly respectable positions, but they're also positions that I would say one would probably do best if they really cared about what they were doing. I definitely want a doctor that wants to be a doctor. I don't want a doctor sitting there, working on me the whole time, wishing he was out ballet dancing and thinking about that. So, I mean, there is that. Same thing with engineers. I want one that's going to really understand the dynamics of his profession or her profession, and not be wishing they were writing the next epic fantasy novel. You know, it's like they can do that too, but you know, those are two positions that you kind of really need to be focused on what you are doing if you're doing that. But I mean, I guess if you've got no choice, those two, then just find a way to have a hobby, like whether it's writing or painting or whatever it is, and do that. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the thing that needed to be replaced. You got me on tangent. Yeah, so if you see right there, we want to use this as the goat pin. But that post is obviously starting to rot at the bottom of it. Move over there. So we need to get in here with some double jacks and lift up that beam at the top up here. I mean, can I point? Where's the finger? There we go. Right up there. You can see that's where it meets. We need to jack that up and replace that, probably re-pour concrete. But luckily, that's really the only structural issue we have with the barn. Like when I say structural, I'm meaning like the beams. Everything seems to be really solid. It's old, obviously. I really have no idea how old. Probably 100-year-old barn. You know, we just need to redo the roofing and stuff like that. So one of these days, we're gonna get around to doing that. And like I say, there's just so much. Like we had to keep ourselves from being overwhelmed when we moved in. We had to set like tiers of objectives. Like, okay, these are things that we need to get done within like 6 months, right? These are things we need to get done within like a year. And then here's things we'd like to get done in 3 years and 5 years, 7. And then these are 10-year plus goals. Because otherwise we were going to go crazy because everything like, whew. Yeah, I mean, just earlier this year, I finally got these old rusted burn barrels they had attached to these posts. Now they are deep in concrete, so I'm, you know, not, and this tree had been growing up this past year or so, so I just left it. I may come out here with a sledgehammer and bust up the concrete and get these posts out, because they're still really good. They're still really good. And we want to put burn barrels up. We've got 2 barrels over there to use. But I don't like them being right here. It's kind of an eyesore, you know? So I've thought about putting them like on the other side of the barn, maybe further in the back, to use for, you know, burning burnable trash. And by that I do not mean plastic. I can't stand, because there are people out here, you'll smell them burning plastic and shit. They'll even burn tires and stuff. It's nasty. Okay, that's what parents didn't understand. See me, I want to do good in esports, but I'm forced to be a doctor. By the way, nice pets. Is your YouTube channel monetized? You well, I mean, you can have time to play esports, you know, in your downtime and stuff like that. And if it starts to become profitable, then you can switch over. But I mean, especially when it comes to streaming and other types of internet things, you know, it's good to have a regular job while you build that up. And if it starts to take off, then you go full time. So maybe that'll work out for you. Is my YouTube channel monetized? It is not yet. I think when I looked this morning, I was at 681 subscribers. I think I have to be over 1,000 for that to be. And the videos don't get, I mean, I mainly do shorts anyway. But my view count is not where it needs to be for that to happen. But trust me, I would love it if I could just make little videos like this and stream every once in a while and make money doing it. Trust me, that's kind of one reason I'm doing it, is to share this with friends and family, because I don't do other forms of social media, excuse me. So that way they can keep up with it. But I was like, man, if it were to take off, that'd be a great little source of supplemental income. So we're not there yet. If we never get there, that's fine. I'll probably keep making videos. Especially since having the chest mount keeps me from having to edit them thoroughly, because I'd have my phone in one hand and doing stuff with the other and have to set it down. So I have to cut out all of those set downs and all the swaying around and stuff like that and opening gates. And so this makes it a lot easier, where I can just kind of go out a couple times a week and film stuff real quick, and usually don't have to do any major edits. And that way there can be a video, at least one video every day. And I also don't feel compelled to video every day, because I was doing that for a while. I was doing like 3 videos a day a couple of years ago, which is when I got up to like 500 subscribers, but it just kind of burned me out, you know. And so this has kind of gotten me back into it. All right. Do I grow ganja? No, I do not. We actually don't smoke. I don't drink or even use nicotine. So no, I don't. And here in Tennessee, that is a big fluctuating topic as far as the legality of it. And I don't really want to get messed up in that. If you want to do everything at once, you want to do everything at once, but you can't. Tears are good. Yep. Here's some auto flowers, bro. I would grow weed there big time. Do you have animals? Yeah, I guess if you just joined in and you're wondering about the animals, I just took care of the 2 goats we have over there, and then we've got, I guess, about 10 chickens in there, 2 different varieties, and then Maximus is running around here somewhere. Got a barn cat. And I guess y'all haven't met the other indoor animals. There's Nibbler, which is my wife's chinchilla she had before we got together. And then we have Mountain Dew, who is a Myers parrot that she had before we got together. There have been videos of my tarantula that I got earlier this year from a friend whose dad passed. It's a white knee tarantula. There's a video of him molting, which is really cool. I was able to catch that. And my son has a pink toe tarantula we got at the same time, and she just molted yesterday. So that's really cool. Yeah, this tree, this is one of those things we need to take care of. This side, so much of it is dying off. But especially to get down here, I don't even want, like, we had to cut down one of the trees in the front that was falling, and it cost over $1,000 to do that. I don't even want to know what it would cost to have them come down here, to have to bring their truck down here and then trim that down, because I don't want to cut it. It's obviously still got a lot of healthy growth on there, but these big shoots need to go. And you come around and after a storm and stuff like that, and there's things like that where it's like, man, I'm glad nobody was out here when that fell. That's good. You don't smoke. I'm happy for you. Yeah. Oh man. I did for years. And I was finally able to kick it. And, I feel better than I've felt in a long time. And it's really good. Show my face. Okay. Let's see. Face. Switch the thing. You don't really want to see. Hi. Ah. Yep. The shot's not wide enough to get the whole beard in here. Okay, so, but yeah, good morning. Let's see. Good morning. Yeah. So I can't really show you around if I'm showing you my face, but hi, I am human. I am not the AI. Look, I'll put numbers in front of my face. See? Ooh, look at that. Look at it. It's not messing up. Okay, I'm switching back over and we'll continue a little tour. So yeah, that by the way, I was gonna say it a second ago, up there where that treehouse is, right there, that's where that family of raccoons moved in, which we were fine with until the mother came and killed, 4 of our chickens. So hopefully, since she hasn't been back since she found she could not infiltrate the thing, maybe she won't come back and hurt any of the chickens. So if she does, I'm gonna have to go exterminate it, because the thing is, I'm fine with wild animals doing wild animal things. That's fine. Just don't hurt my animals, and you can continue being wild. Yeah, bro, you like tattoos? Yes, I like tattoos just a little bit, and I mean, these are just recent. These are in the past 10 years, really. About 10 to 12 years that I've gotten all the hand tattoos and the face tattoo. I've got one on both rib cages, and my first tattoo was like a full back piece. So when I was 21, which was almost 21 years ago, which is wild. So this is a section that is very overgrown, because you can see this is still ours, this little fenced in part. They apparently had a dog pen back here. I've taken most of the fencing off of the sides because they have barbed wire going so that the goats can roam and the dog can run around here and stuff like that. But we'll walk back here a little bit. It overgrows quite a bit because they had, dogs. So there's like fencing, there's some like cages, and there's a dog house up there. This is really overgrown right now, but we don't really use this spot right now, so I don't mind if it overgrows. I just kind of mow it down in the fall. And the goats love to come in here and eat all the privet hedge and stuff like that grows in here. Yeah, I want, what I would really like to eventually do is, right in the fall, mow it down and make a little like haunted trail out here with some friends and throw a Halloween party and have like a haunted little trail walk kind of thing. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, so you can see the difference here. This is where I mowed last time. This is what I was not able to get to. But once again, right now we're not really using it for anything. So it's a little overgrown. I hope you don't have to exterminate the raccoon, but keep your guard up. Talk to you later. Got some chores. Hey, no worries. Catch you later. Yeah. So I'll probably wait until this next week when things dry up again, because like I said earlier, it looks like we're going to get a few days of rain. And I'll wait till that comes through, and then we'll get all this. You can see how it is rather tall. And some people had mentioned, like, well, you can just let your goats, they'll eat all your grass. You don't even have to mow. That is not how it works, sadly. Wild goats will eat grass, okay? They don't prefer it, and they're not going to eat that much of it, I guess, unless that was all you gave them. But we also give ours pellets, and they get the mineral salts, and they get baking soda in order to help with their digestion and stuff like that. What they really like are like what people will call weeds, okay? And they like tree leaves if they can get them. They like vines. That's what they want to eat. So that's kind of what we use them for, is weed eaters. And so they keep the fences where they're at trimmed down. And yeah, these hills are an abomination. I hate these hills. So that's why they're overgrown. Because mowing them with the little Husqvarna that I have, which is, it's a good little mower. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It is such a pain to mow those things. I haven't mowed those hills in like 2 years. I finally gave up and was like, you know what, those can just grow wild. And then in the fall, when it starts to kind of die down, I'll go and I'll like cut bigger things down and stuff like that. But it's just not worth it, man. You gotta pick your battles with some of this stuff. Now you can see we've also got other elderberry down here too. There's a couple different spots of it, but these aren't as big an issue because the elderberry that we put the fence around up there was because the goats would come into the property, when we'd walk with them, and they go straight to it. Down here, we don't even really come down here that much with them. We usually walk around the pond and let them eat around that, and go up near the house and stuff, and walk around the back fence and everything. We will come down here, but there's so much down here they get overwhelmed with other stuff, and they're not as interested in the elderberry. But that other one, we definitely had to put the fence around. Oh, okay. Let's see how our little dam is doing. I hadn't been down here in a couple days. Let's see. Let me hear them cicadas, the screaming trees. Well, it has dried up. That's good. That's probably because... So we've got a leak in this part of the dam over here, and we've been reinforcing it with various stuffs. So our pond doesn't leak, especially during the dry season in a month or so. But that's pretty good. Like, that's actually the level we wanted at, and it's not leaking. So that's really good. Glad to see that. Whew. It is warm. Well, if there are still folks in the chat, it fluctuates so much I don't really know if we've got enough viewers. But if there is anyone who wants to go meet the baby chicks inside, we can go inside and say hello to the tiny floofers. So if you want that, say it in the chat, and we'll mosey on inside and do that. This is a blueberry bush that my grandma gave me a couple years ago, and it has just flourished here. Like, it just shot up this year. So I'm hoping it will do much better than it had in previous years. It seems to be enjoying life quite a bit. Hi, big guy. What you doing? Where are you going? You it's like you about to go run off somewhere. Okay. Well, it looks like people are dwindling down, and no one said they want to go meet the baby chicks. So I guess I'll just make a video of that and post it later. But thanks for hanging out, those who did. Definitely thanks for chatting, those who did. And the chickens getting their morning pond water. Oh, all right, big guy.